terms of colour, we haven't quite seen anything like this at Euro 2024 so far. 3 p.m. local time in Germany. Romania against Ukraine in Group E.
Well, Ukraine probably go into this game as slight favourites. They've probably got a bit more going forward in terms of individual attacking talent, but Romania only conceded 5 goals in 10 qualifying games. They are a tough nut to crack.
It's the first time these nations have ever met competitively in international football. All previous games between them in the past have been friendlies. In their final warm-up game last week, Ukraine played Moldova. They scored early after only 2 minutes. How Ukraine would love a similarly strong early start here today. As we get underway, one of Romania's strengths have been their defence. Andy mentioning how few goals they conceded in qualifying, one of the best records of all the teams here in the UEFA qualifying section for this tournament. First touch of the ball for Champions League winner Andrei Lunin. Shaparenko helped on by Viktor Chenkov, and now a chance to break for Sudakov. Mudryk involved for the first time. Those twinkle toes of his. Ikusin Banku clears away for Romania.
And straight away you see the danger. Ukraine breaking forward on the counter-attack with Sudakov playing in a pocket of space, looking to get on the ball and run, commit defenders. Mudryk there just ran infield, ran into traffic, ran out of options.
Mudryk, who scored in the playoff for this tournament against Iceland in March, the game that secured Ukraine's place in these finals. Huge transfer fee paid to bring him to Chelsea in the Premier League in England. Can this month in Germany be the opportunity for Mikhailo Mudryk to really announce himself on the world stage? Andrei Lunin, who didn't play in the recent Champions League final, but he was a very prominent part of their success. Thibaut Courtois, who had multiple knee problems during the season, meant that Lunin got a lot of game time at the Bernabeu. Stepanenko dropping in between the 2 central defenders. Matvienko. Zinchenko.
Yeah, the 2 number 6s are crucial for the way that these 2 sides want to play, with Marin for Romania and Stepanenko for Ukraine.
Alexander Zinchenko looking direct towards Dovbyk. Florin needs to very alert to the edge of his penalty area.
Well, a better first touch, and Dovbyk could be in there. Should be caught out. Dragoshin with that ball over the top, but he was. Straight ball, straight forward ball. He's caught ball watching. Dovbyk is on the move, and a better first touch. He's in on goal.
Direct clearance from Nietzsche. Mudryk does well in the air. Andre Razio, who plays his club football in Spain with Rayo Vallecano. Header from Andrei Berke, who plays his club football in Saudi Arabia. Coleman involved for the first time. Nikolai Stanchu scored against Ukraine in a friendly 8 years ago.
Stanchi's a really important player for Romania, busy player, looks to get on the ball, can score goals. He'll be allowed to break forward with Marin sitting a little bit deeper.
Dennis Mann looking for Stanchu and very nearly picking him out. First time Romania have got with danger into the Ukraine penalty area.
Yeah, the move actually started with Stanchu on the halfway line. He lays the ball out wide, and as I said, he will make forward runs. He'll get into the box, he'll look to score goals. Ilya Sabinski, who was the club player of the year at his
club side in England, Bournemouth. Mudryk. Sheeptards. Chankov. Again, it is direct. Matvidenko just too far in front of Sudakov.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest forward ball, but clearly that's a tactic that Ukraine are looking to use to turn Romania around. It's good cover actually from Banku, the left back, who got round, helping his centre halves out. There was no way that Ukrainian striker was going to get in on goal there.
Continuing a family tradition. His father Angel was head coach when Romania played at Euro 2016. Today they become the first father-son combination to ever manage teams at European Championship finals. For Sergei Rebrov, just 2 defeats of the job so far. He was a player in the Ukraine team when they played here in Germany at the World Cup in 2006. Sudakov is the player getting back to his feet, having been caught by Razvan Marin.
Yeah, Marin must know what's coming there because he's not playing the ball. He's clearly taking the man out of the game.
2 Marins in the midfield for Romania. Razvan, number 18, Marius, number 6. They both play their club football in Italy. Konoplaya. Mudryk. Plenty blue in the penalty area, but a stretching leg of Radu Dragushin intercepts for Romania.
You see Stepanenko stepping forward there.
Sergei Rebrov says he hopes his team's performances at this tournament can give the people of Ukraine positive emotions. He is tactically flexible, Sergei Rebrov. He's not afraid to change formation mid-game if it is required. Stepanenko back to Zabanya.
And Rebrov also has players that are versatile, like Zinchenko, who can step into midfield from left back so they can change the formation themselves.
Sudakov. Dovbyk. Shot was kept low by Shigankov, but too many bodies in the way. Zinchenko. Sudakov, who was only 18 at the last European Championship. He's one of the more senior members of the team now. Matvienko to Zinchenko. 3rd major tournament for Alexander Zinchenko. Mudryk. Stepanenko can't receive. This is Dragush. That's very clever play all on his own. Zabanya with the interception. Romania keep it going though. Come on! It's on target, but it's straight at Lunin.
Well, it's a save that the goalkeeper's always going to make. It straight at him. They pick off the forward ball from Dragush, but they just overrun it out of defence, lose the ball. Oh, it's picked off. That's why it ends up at the feet of Coleman. And it is worth a strike. He's under no pressure. Sabinski is not fouled. The ball is pitched off him as he overruns it, but the strike is right at the keeper. It's savable.
Sabinski back up at his feet. Razvan Marin, who won the ball first, he's followed through, caught the leg of the opponent. Sabinski looking direct again as Ukraine trying to pick out Dovbyk. Support behind from his club teammate Viktor Chenkov. Sheeptards.
Yeah, once again from Ukraine, ball over the top, turning Romania around. The willing Dovbyk chasing it down. He's a the big target man, but he's got good movement off the ball as well.
Possession stats in Ukraine's favour so far. Sheeptards. Sabinski. Mudryk. So far, this has been the preferred option of Ukraine's attack. Get it wide left to Mikhailo Mudryk. Sudikov. Dragushin, the defender. Cheers from the Romanian crowd as Ukraine do not get a free kick. It's the other way.
To tight calls, the ball cannons between two players. A bit of a foul in there, actually, but it's interesting when the ball goes out to Mudryk. Zinchenko is really backing him up. He's not looking to get close to him, get round him on the overlap. He's just allowing Mudryk to be isolated against his defender.
Latvienko to Sabinski. Sheeptards of Dynamo Kiev. Zinchenko again trying to seek out Mudryk, and Dragushin getting there first, nothing fancy, clearing his lines.
It's good position from the centre-half because Ratsiu, the right-back with the blue hair, he gets caught out ball-watching as Mudryk makes his move beyond him.
Yeah, famously, in the past, there was a tournament when Romanian players all dyed their hair blonde, which made them impossible to decipher. Andre Ratsiu standing out absolutely with that blue hair today. He is very fast, Ratsiu. He's been recorded as the second fastest sprinter in the league of this past season. Only Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. is able to run faster than him. As once again, Ukraine held up in their attempts to get into the Romanian penalty area.
And it's going to be a key battle. Ratsiu with that pace that he's got up against Mudryk, who Ukraine looking to get the ball to as often as possible down that left-hand side. So a key individual battle.
Zinchenko again, who does like to step into midfield from left back. He does it for club and country. Sudikov, Mudryk. Sudikov's shot, and again that yellow wall stands firm on the edge of the penalty area for Romania.
And it's clever positioning from Sudikov. Is always available to get the ball in between the Romanian lines, the midfield and the back four.
Sheeptards got a blind. Stepanenko. Romania will be pleased so far. These balls over the top haven't caused them too much bother in the opening 12 minutes in Munich.
It's clear the ball over the top is a tactic, but that last ball there, they're just trying to force the issue. It's a really difficult pass to make. So Thais play a shorter game as well and try and draw Romania up the pitch.
75 caps as a player, Sergei Rebrov. He used to be strike partner of the legendary Andrei Shevchenko. Dragushin, just 22 years of age, played in all 10 of the qualifiers. Banku. Coman. He wasn't anywhere near Dragush. Romania do well to hold on to possession with Ratsiu. Two in the box. Ratsiu tries to take on Zinchenko, who ignored the step-overs and kept his eye on the ball. And now, counter-attacking opportunity for Ukraine. Viktor Chenkov. Dobbik in field of him. Just stumbled as he tried to deliver. And the last touch came off Berka.
Romania recovered defensively ever so well, but Zinchenko got the defensive basics right there up against Ratsiu. He stayed on his feet and he watched the ball intercepted. One good pass and suddenly the counter-attack is on for Ukraine.
Yes, Marin. He's fortunate that Artem Dovbek wasn't able to take any sort of advantage of it. Statue. Dragushin. Razvan Marin. Plenty yellow shirts forward this time, and that could leave some gaps at the back if Ukraine can counter. Sudakov forced to retreat.
Yeah, when Romania have the ball, I'm interested to see how far high up the pitch Ratsu and Bonku, the two fullbacks for Romania, are they willing to step into the Ukraine half? Because, of course, if they lose the balls, we've seen already the counter-attack, the pace that Ukraine have, those spaces they leave could be exploited.
Shapolenko. Real bouncing atmosphere amongst the spectators of the crowd here in Munich. It's the earliest kickoff today, but this game has warmed up very quickly amid sweltering temperatures in Munich.
Yeah, the Ukraine fullbacks playing in very different ways. Zinchenko more conservative, allowing Mudryk to do the attacking down the left, but Konoplaya down the right. The right back is playing as the right winger really when they have the ball.
Well, Romania had a real golden generation in the 1990s, producing some of the best players in Europe in that period. Ukraine fans, with the ongoing conflict in their country, they've had to play qualifying games in 4 different nations to get here. It's a proud moment for everyone in Ukraine to be on the big stage. Razvan Marin. Attempted clearance by Nicolas Statue is blocked. This is Nikusa Banku. For once, a bit of space for Romania to run into. Koeman. 16th cap today for Florin Koeman. Nicolas Statue. Attempted turn by Dragush, but he had 2 defenders around him.
It's very congested in that central area. To get past 2-3 Ukraine defenders, very, very difficult. So I think Romania better serve getting the ball out wide, get their fullbacks forward, get their wide men on the ball and look to deliver crosses from wider areas rather than trying to jab that ball through the middle.
Traditionally, scoring goals at big tournaments has been a problem for Romania. If they do get big chances in this game today, it feels imperative that the Romanian strikers take them. Zabani. Well, it is wonderful control at the end, despite the stumble, you have to say. Strong defending, and the free kick in the end is against Sudakov. Free kick to Romania.
Well, the defender had to be brave here because Sudakov is moving at pace in field. As well, he actually stumbles over the ball, regains his footing, but once he drives in field, the challenge comes in. And because he's moving at pace as a defender, you've got to get this challenge right. And you can see there as they step in to actually pick the ball off. That's where the collision occurs because of the speed of Sudakov. Actually, Marin with the challenge again, with that role that he plays, that defensive midfield role. At times he will have to help out his defence, as he did so effectively there.
Edward Jordanescu, who's very happy for his team to allow their opponents to have the majority of possession in a game against Switzerland in the qualifiers. Romania only had 27% of the ball, but they didn't lose the game. They were able to absorb pressure. Romania hoping to reach the knockout stages for the first time since Euro 2000. Mykola Matvienko, who began his international career as a left-back, but he's now firmly established as a central defender. The Shakhtar Donetsk man, here he is again. Taras Stepanenko. Yukin Konoplaya. Chenkov.
You notice that Mudryk has drifted infield into a more central position. That's encouraging Zinchenko to get further forward down the left, stepping forward from left back. He's not done that so much in the opening 19 minutes of the game.
Lofted pass from Shaporenko. Konoplaya to Chenkov. Patience required by Ukraine as they wait for a gap to exploit. Sabani. Stepanenko. Matvienko. Mudryk, more infield this time. Strong challenge won by Shaparenko. Two sides who don't shirk away from the physical side of the game. Tackles have been in the main fair, but very robust in this game so far. Nikolai Stanchu, too much on the delivery.
That's a wasteful forward ball, but a good defensive setup from Romania. Frustrating Ukraine. They try and force the issue infield into a congested area. They pinch the ball. Stanchu picks it up. It's what they're trying to do, play quickly on the counter-attack, one forward ball, but that was massively overhit.
Quite animated, Edward Iordanescu there. He was trying to get a message onto Nikolai Stanchu. Romania's next game against Belgium. Ukraine will take on Slovakia in their next match. Konoplaya. Just leaning back as he delivered it, coming a little bit higher than he would have wanted. Ratio on hand to clear away for Romania.
Yeah, the ball in from Konoplaya wasn't a great one, but the amount of time he was afforded to deliver was worrying for Romania. We've got Dovbyk in the box, big target man. You can't allow crosses to come in easily.
Shaparenko. Konoplaya. Lower delivery this time. And Burka at full stretch puts it out for Ukraine corner.
Yeah, the ball goes out to Konoplaya, but Coleman's got to do more. He's got to get closer to the fullbacks. Too easy for him to deliver. It's just the centre-halves for Romania sort themselves out. Burka and Dragoshin are in good positions to nullify the threats of Dovbyk.
We've not had many of these in the game. Attacking set pieces. First corner of the match. In swinger which the goalkeeper came for, then had to quickly retreat. Zinchenko challenged by Dennis Mann. Dovbyk! It wasn't a full sight of goal, but he very nearly fashioned something out of it.
I just wonder if he maybe had a quick look at the goalkeeper. Could he have maybe chipped him? He just turns and blasts it goalwards, and the goalkeeper, because he'd come for the initial corner, was actually well off his line. He might just have been able just to lift that ball over him.
Dovbyk reached into the toolbox and perhaps picked out a more blunt instrument that was needed there. Fantastic season at club level with Girona, who were top of La Liga in January. He ended up the top goal scorer, 24 goals for Artem Dovbyk over the campaign in Spain. Scored against Moldova last week too in Ukraine's final warm-up match.
Yeah, Dovbyk's been really impressive. His work rate on and off the ball. I've been admiring that because he's never standing still. He's always looking to give his teammates a forward ball.
Marius Marin was the player who lost his footing. He did his best to regain composure. Last touch goes off Mykola Shaparenko for a Romania throw.
I think it's fair to say that in the opening half of the first half, Ukraine are in control of the game without really fashioning any good opportunities.
Dragoshin. Ratio. Man. Ratio took a deflection on the way in, but it helped it towards Lunin.
Encouraging for Romania to see the fullback Ratsu so high up the pitch. Just actually hits Zinchenko more than anything else. It's not great defending. I think Ratsu should be manipulating that ball round him.
Romania haven't come forward as often in this game so far, but when they do, they are brave in terms of committing numbers. Konoplaya. It's pushed away by Andre Burka for another corner to Ukraine.
Yeah, this right-hand side for Ukraine is starting to look more threatening now. The opening 10 minutes, it was more with Mudryk down the left.
Something the referees are very observant in this competition is any holding on to attackers by defenders in the penalty area corners. You will notice the officials being very strict on that in this Euro 2024. It's a disappointing delivery by Jankov. Well, that is a waste of a corner kick for Ukraine.
It's most disappointing for Matvienko. Zabani, the centre-halves who come up, they're hoping to get on the end of a decent delivery, and the ball in doesn't beat the first man. It's so frustrating.
The cursor, Banku to take the throw. He plays his club football in Romania. Club captain and record appearance maker at Craiova. Club he's been at for a decade. Matvienko to Shaparenko. Zabani. Karaplaya. Chikankov. Possession won back by Common. Good recovery though by Chankov, who wasn't going to allow his opponent run clear. Zinchenko, who has spoken passionately of the enormous motivation that his team have brought with them to this tournament. Both of Romania's warm-up games this month finished scoreless. It was 0-0 against Bulgaria and Liechtenstein. Games involving Edward Iordanescu's team tend to be tight. Chenkov. Shaparenko. Ukraine look for width with Mudryk. It was missed by Lazio. Good recovery though by Andrea Lazio.
That's all about his pace. It is a complete misjudgment when the ball is played his way. Mudryk gets in, but how quickly he gets back and gets a toe on the ball.
Dragos, who's held the ball up well when isolated in the game. This is Dennis Mann. There's a buzz about Romania here. Corner. That's certainly given the Romanian fans something to cheer about. Blistering pace again for their team.
It's a really tough job for Denis Dragos, playing as that lone striker in a team that don't have a lot of the ball, so when he gets it, he's got to secure it. He did there, and if he does that, then the midfielders can join him, get beyond him. That's exactly how they got the set piece.
Romania's first corner of the afternoon. Dennis Mann to take, places club football in Italy with Parma. Low whip on that, difficult for the defenders to deal with. It was Mudryk who eventually cleared away.
Some appeals of the Romanian fans, and that might have been a handball in there. Seems to hit Zabani more than anything else, rather than him actually move an arm towards the ball.
Remember, any suspicion of foul play like that will be looked at in the background by the video assistant referee. Those checks taking place all the time behind the scenes. Stretch needed here by Shaparenko. Beaten to the ball by a hungry Florinel Kuma. Marius Marin. Horatiu. Mann. Statue. Strong header by Stepanenko. Eluded the goalkeeper, very well positioned.
Maybe it's catching practice for the goalkeeper, but Romania better serve when they get the ball wide, use some width, get the ball into the box from there, rather than again trying to play through the middle of that strong Ukraine defence.
Just for a moment, hearts and mouths. Ukraine haven't been able to clear. Nikolai Statue! Ukraine's error punished emphatically. Nikolai Statue gives Romania the lead against the run of play. And cue joy and ecstasy for the enormous Romanian support inside the stadium in Munich.
Well, this is what you call exploiting an error. It's a devastating finish, but the problems for Ukraine start with Matvienko. Just slightly laboured when the ball is played across the pitch from Sudikov. He just doesn't make his mind up early enough. Plays the ball back to his goalkeeper, then there's pressure on from the Romanians stepping in. The goalkeeper makes a hash of the clearance, but they don't panic, Romania. But the weight of that pass towards Stanciu is brilliant as well. The finish is outstanding, but the pass, the weight of it just enables Stanciu to step onto it, decide how he wants to finish it, and it is a whipped pass. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. Such a composed finish. The Romanian game plan working to a T.
It is a 15th international goal for Romania's most capped player in this tournament squad, Nicolas Stanciu. His first crack at goal of the tournament, and he finds the back of the net.
See, if that ball is gunned at him, he's got to take a touch and maybe change his mind about how he finishes it. Because the ball is just rolled out in front of him, he can take it first time, he can wrap his instep around it. I think that the pass, makes his mind up in terms of technique, how he wants to finish it, and he finishes it brilliantly.
A mix-up in defence for Ukraine, and how costly might that prove to be? We've already seen in this tournament, you've got to take your chances when they are afforded to you, and Romania were not going to let that opportunity pass them by.
Yeah, football is about being effective. Ukraine have had nearly, 70% of the ball? Haven't really tested Nitsa at all in the Romanian goal. Romania, very little of the ball, very few opportunities, but one's come along and they buried it.
He's been very animated since the start of the match, Edward Iordanescu. Now, this is where Sergei Rebrov needs nerves of steel. Ukraine, who do have a lot of resolve, they fell behind in 4 of their qualifying games. They came back to win all 4 of those matches. And that was more comebacks to win from behind than any other team in qualifying. Here's a moment for Nicolas Stanciu to remember.
Just have a look at the pass, the weight of the pass into his path. That really makes his mind up. That said, there's still a lot of work to do. It's a bouncing ball. The control, the power, the accuracy, it comes from the technique. That whipped pass into the top corner, it's stunning.
A moment that money can't buy for all of Romania. Their opening signal of intent at Euro 2024.
But for Sergei Rebrov, there can be no panic. His game plan is actually not working too badly, but you can't, as a coach, legislate for a centre-half in Matvienko, a poor pass to his goalkeeper, Lunin making a hash of the clearance. Those individual errors, that's down to the players. That's not the game plan. That's them just getting their decisions wrong, their technique wrong.
Banku to take the throw. It's going to be a foul on Dragush, who has looked very good in possession. He's not seen much of the ball, but when he's had it, Dragush, he has invariably done something with it or gained something for his team.
I mentioned earlier in the half, it's a really tough job playing as a lone striker. You've got to be physical, you've got to be mobile, you've got to take a few hits as well, but you've got to secure the ball or draw a foul when the ball comes your way, and he's doing that so effectively.
Big, tall Radu Dragushin has come forward for this set piece to join the Romanian attack. Stanciu's delivery. And it comes away off the head of Artem Dovbyk for another Romania corner.
It's a beauty of a ball in. So how cleanly Stanciu can strike the ball. That delivery is outstanding. He beats the first man. And it means that the big centre forward has got to get back and get his head on it, because that is whistling towards the goal.
Romanian fans who were waiting in the baking lunchtime sun as they prepared for kickoff here. Now the release of emotion. Well, that goal from Nicolas Stanciu was delivered for them. Dragushin and Zinchenko being spoken to by the referee. Statue plays this one short. Block by Chigankov. Sudakov. No free kick. Statue. Banku wins the throw. And how that goal has really emboldened Romania. They're the team on top now. Statue. Plenty of space for Ratio. Dennis Mann had a look, tried to pick out Statue, cleared away by Matvienko.
There's an opportunity there for Koman to get in behind the Ukraine defence. Again, Dragush doing his job as the lone striker, just laying the ball into the path of the onrushing midfielder. He just couldn't sort his feet out, get a good first touch. If he had done, he was in.
10 minutes of normal time to go until the break.
You mentioned the Romanian fans being happy about really any goal that goes in for their team, but when it's a goal of such quality from Stanchu, that's beyond their wildest dreams.
Mudryk taking on Ratio. It was a good delivery. Dragushin at full stretch puts it out for the corner.
Well, his defensive position is not that great. Dragushin as this cross comes in, but Mudryk surely has to keep staying out on that left-hand side. He's causing more problems when he gets into this type of position, but the centre-half shouldn't really be facing his own goal. He does well to get underneath it, put it over the crossbar. Normally should be square on, heading that ball back from where it come. It could have gone anywhere, and he's very slightly fortunate.
Dragushin comes from a very sporty family. Both of his parents have represented Romania in different disciplines. Leaning back, the delivery from Chankov. Back in from Mudryk, that was dangerous. That's about as big a scare as Romania have had today. Now, can they counter? Kuman. Ratio. Ukraine worked very hard there to get bodies back quickly. Dragush just slips it a little bit too far. Razvan Marin.
Well, there was an opportunity earlier. I think it's Stepanenko who the ball actually hits at the end as it's kept alive. The far post, it's smashed across from Mudryk. I think it's so high, it's around his hip area. It's so difficult for Stepanenko to kind of control that or finish it first time.
Nice pass, Konoplaya. Chenkov. Very burly, solid defending though from Marius Marin. Zabani grateful to have a head start on Kuman.
Again from Marin, that defensive insurance. We've seen on a couple of occasions he gets back, he drops into the defensive line, and he times his challenges to perfection.
Dovbyk. Chankov couldn't get the shot away. Maybe Mudryk can. Romania defending with great strength and numbers. It's a proper game now, proper end-to-end at the moment. Ratio to Dennis Mann. And he just couldn't quite get the whip. It took a deflection. It'll be a corner to Romania. What a game this is turning out to be in Munich.
It's really opening up, but the goalkeeper is a spectator here, Lunyan. Takes a deflection, and he's just hoping the Ukrainian goalkeeper that the ball just goes past the post. It's spinning, it's moving back towards the target. It's a whisker wide, but a really open game since the goal.
Statue to take the corner. It is his goal that separates the teams. There are 6 Romanians awaiting inside the penalty area. Lunin stretching it, nearly went straight in for the corner. Still in play for Dragush. Tries to nip his way. First past Zinchenko, then unable to beat Mudryk. And the referee brings it back for a free kick to Ukraine. Well, Lunin is feeling under considerable pressure at the moment.
Stanciu, his technique, his delivery. He's actually just gambling here. Lunin is expecting the ball to be played in and around the edge of the 6-yard box, so he stepped forward and incredibly risky, and he is so lucky to escape.
Goalkeeper who came charging out as the ball came in, and it almost was a goal direct from a corner from Nikolai Stanciu. Zinchenko.
Yeah, at times players, goalkeepers have to try and anticipate where a ball will end up, but when the ball is whipped in like that, if your position's wrong, you're in trouble.
Konoplaya. Chenkov. Stepanenko. Matvienko. Sabinski. Konoplaya. It breaks down again for an increasingly frustrated Ukraine. But for Romania, it's all about Nikolai Stanciu.
Yeah, it's a goal you just want to see again and again. Not if you're a Ukraine fan, of course, but it's poor from Matvienko, from Lunin. They gift the ball, but the layoff is superb, and the finish is just absolutely top draw. Control, power, precision. The goalkeeper's nowhere near it, but it comes from those mistakes at the back from Ukraine. If you do that, you can get punished.
Sabinski. Stepanenko. Konoplaya with the header. Straight to Banku. Banku gives it back to Konoplaya. Sudakov. Mudryk. Dovbyk. Strong defending once again from Andre Burka.
It's brilliant from Burka. Again, to defend well, you don't have to play the ball at times. You just have to track the run, make it impossible for the striker to get in on goal. That's why his teammates are celebrating with him. He stays on his feet, but he thinks about trying to win the ball, realises that's not the thing to do. You'll give a penalty away. It's brilliant defending without playing the ball.
The team spirit looks very strong amongst this Romanian team. They are a real band of brothers.
Yeah, individually, collectively, defensively, they've been outstanding. They've frustrated Ukraine. They've had bags of the ball, lots of the ball across the face of that Romanian defence, but they're not really penetrating, getting crosses in, getting little 1-2s and testing it.
Header won by Stepanenko, but he was leading with his arm, and because it's a head injury, the referee obliged to hold up play here so that treatment can come on. Closing minutes of the first half in Munich, and this challenge very evident of the competitive nature of the game. Two players with intent to win the ball here. I don't think there's any malice on either side, and a collision of heads.
Both players eyes for the ball, exactly how it should be. There wasn't any suggestion of an elbow there at all.
Well, the arm was down by the time of contact, despite the appeals of Eduard Iordanescu. Referee Glenn Nieberg, who's allowed this game to flow nicely through the opening 45 minutes in Munich.
Yeah, this first half is another great example of it. It's not how much of the ball you have, it's how effective you are when you have it. In Romania, their game plan, defensively solid. They've sat behind the ball, frustrated Ukraine, but when opportunities come along, they've got bodies forward, and most importantly, you know, they've finished one of those few chances they've had.
There are a good 1,000 miles between Bucharest and Munich. But the Romanian supporters have made the long journey, thoroughly enjoying their day, while Ukraine are just hoping that fortunes can change. Zinchenko. Can Ukraine get one back ahead of the break?
We get a sense that really Ukraine are going to have to force the issue here, because Seemingly Romania, with the way that they're set up defensively, they're not going to give anything away cheaply.
Referee has blown his whistle. It's going to be a free kick to Romania on the edge of their own penalty area. Tristan S willing to put in the hard work at defence as well as the flair in attack. Referee says it's a fair tackle by Konoplaya. That one, though, is a foul and a free kick to Ukraine. We move into stoppages at the end of the first half. There will be 2 additional minutes added on. Wayward pass from Konoplaya. Dragushin. Banku. Konoplaya. Jankov, good ball, Sudakov. Just as Mudryk had come infield, the pass was played further wide.
It's good defensive positioning though for the right back, Ratsu. He's got round on the cover, he knows where Mudryk is looking to get into the box in front of him. He just tracks that run, and the pass, it wasn't good enough anyway, but good defensive positioning.
Ratsu. Burka. Romania with that tangible hold on a lead to grasp onto. Seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Romania have the lead. Iordanescu winning the tactical battle so far.
Sudakov. And again, it's the strength of the Romanian defence that's making it so difficult here for Ukraine.
Once again, it's Burka not playing the ball, just leaning into the man, not fouling him, just blocking that run from Sudakov, looking to get beyond him into the box, and Burka doesn't allow it.
There goes the whistle for half-time in Munich. It is Romania who hold the lead for now. In it flew from Nicolae Stanciu. Ukraine's defensive error punished emphatically. Ukraine still have the second half to try and turn this around, but a moment of inspiration from Stanciu means a half-time scoreline of Romania 1, Ukraine 0.
The UEFA Euro 2024 on TSN is presented by Ford. Built Ford proud.
How you choose to power up is up to you. But if you want the horizon chasing, rubber burning, dream building, adrenaline pumping power to do, Ford is your starting line. Gas, hybrid, or all electric, the power is yours.
Summer starts here. Get your PC Summer Insiders Report today. Financial goals. Fidelity knows we've all got them. Maybe you want to own a home, or never own a home. Maybe you want to travel, or have a kid, or travel with your kid. Yours could be retiring early, or never retiring at all. At Fidelity, we know everyone has different goals, but the one thing we share, we all want to get to them sooner.
Oh, hi.
How can I help you?
He needs a phone so I can have mine back.
Well, we have a lot of great options. What do you use your phone for? Gaming? Streaming? Sharing?
Yeah, pretty much all that.
Sounds like you need a phone on Canada's fastest 5G Plus network. Let's get you set up.
Mark! Dad, let's go to home.
It's me.
Lose yourself in the melt with a BK Whopper Melt.
Interrupted by dry eyes? Get fast-acting relief with Hydrosense eye drops. Made with a naturally sourced lubricant. Hydrosense eye drops.
Surprise!
The Euro is here. Everything else can wait. Vitano, proud sponsor of UEFA Euro 2024.
In Munich at half-time in Group E action, it's Romania leading by a goal to nil against Ukraine, and what a goal it was. Nicolae Stanciu in the 29th minute, the most capped player in the Romania squad, has them in front. Luke Wellman, Stephen Caldwell and Kevin Kilban, all 8 games so far at Euro 2024 have had a goal in the opening 30 minutes. There haven't been many as good as that one, Kev. What a strike.
What a goal. And it actually wasn't a great ball played into him as well. It was a bobble pass. You know, you want a crisp pass or an under-hit pass, so he's actually going to get onto it. But the technique from Stanciu, what a goal. And it's everything that you would want from a tournament. So many goals have been scored from outside the penalty box. And what a goal, Steve. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
It's unbelievable. I was just looking at the pass cave there as we were looking at the replay, and it ball was in, but I think it actually helps him because it allows him to just kind of hit it
on the
half volley, just as it hits off the turf, and he just sweeps it with the inside of the right boot
just
away
touches
from
the crossbar as
that's
well,
perfect,
Steve.
isn't it? Bobbling along, glances the top bar. Lunan can't get anywhere near it. It was a really poor attempted pass from him. He should have just went long. But what a goal, what a moment, the celebrations, it was amazing.
And you know, up to that stage, they were probably around 25% of the possession. They weren't having a lot of the ball, but they were picking the moments when to go and when to press. We spoke about it before the game, and that moment came about perfectly for them, wasn't it? It was just so well orchestrated, excellent. It's brilliant to watch when teams do that, when the plan off the field comes to the fore, doesn't it?
Crazy that 6 games out of the 8 we've had so far have had goals from outside the penalty area. Nicolae Stanciu gets this one today. He's one of 2 players that are in the squad for Romania that actually played back at Euro 2016 as well. But I know you think that one of the real strengths of this team is they're probably one of the best pressing teams in this tournament, and that's what led to the goal, Steve.
Yeah, they work off, you know, very good press. It's a controlled press. It's a press that's been worked on in the training ground. You can see they know exactly what their roles and responsibilities are, and this is how they score that goal. We'll see it here. You know, you think Stanciu, who ends up scoring, is in the middle, is going to come over. No, the responsibility is the wide man, Coman. He's got to get over there. He's got to lock on. And the key part, look at the striker there. It's brilliant from Dragoš. He locks the right side centre-backs, which means the square and longer pass can be pressed really well by Razvan Marin. He does that. Lunan makes a big mistake, doesn't go long. Not enough movement from Ukraine to play off that press, Kev, to actually get on the ball.
Yes.
But it was brilliant from Romania. Whenever you press, you've got to be committed to it, and that's what they did there.
I know. It's something that, you know, I would have liked, certainly that midfield play. I was maybe trying to be the guy that would orchestrate a press. Usually it would have been closing down a fullback, but if you look at it from the start of it with the fullback's first touch, when his first touch is backwards, I think that's when they know it's his first touch, because he then takes 2 touches to try and open his feet out. He's not able to get out of his feet quick enough, and then 3 or 4 are on it. They know exactly what's coming next, and then the press. It's brilliant to watch, because, as I was saying, touching back what you were saying, look, they're not dominating possession, so you have to pick and choose your moments, and it was brilliant to see.
When you've got a press, look, just to say quickly, you work off triggers, so when you see someone change their body position and go back towards their own goal, that's a cue for everyone just to step forward. That's the fullback's mistake there. This is brilliant how he covers shadows. The midfielder, back to Lunan, follow on. Everybody comes in, you force a mistake, and then,
I like your term, cover shadows. That's the new one, isn't it, as well? You're blocking the pass into midfield. The body angle of that press to force it back to Lunan is outstanding, and, of course, we knew what happened then.
You've referenced the Ukraine dominance in terms of possession. It finished at 64% at half-time. At one point, it was as high as 75%. They've completed 200 more passes than Romania, but they haven't had a shot on target, Kev. What do they need to do to make more of the possession they have had?
Well, they were OK. I think they were quite comfortable. I think that was the thing with them. They were starting to you say, look, dominate possession. They looked like that they were going to be the team, but not enough penetration. And early on in the game, I saw it. We spoke about Artem before the game and his movement. Excellent movement from him. Romania are going to play a high line, and Dovbyk himself, when he gets into this position, you can clearly see if he's got space in behind Stevie with the space that's left for him. Zinchenko it's a little bit maybe just beyond him. He can't quite get control of the ball, but he is going to be a threat, Dovbyk, with that sort of movement. As the ball's shifted across the park, the initial movement, or the initial look, sorry, is to go straight in behind, and Dovbyk will continuously make that run, Stevie. That's got to be the way in for them. We may see Romania perhaps in the second half drop a little bit deeper, but that ball, that direct pass, playing the opposition's half, quite basic football, as we spoke about yesterday, but I like it. I like direct football. I like it when you're trying to get your front man into the game quickly, and Dovbyk hasn't probably been in the game enough, considering his strength.
Not enough, and it's how you negate the press, isn't it, by playing the longer ball, so you give the defenders the back four a couple of things to think about. Do they really want to step so high? You've got to play it. You almost play for territory at times when you play that pass, but you know, you can see the quality of Zinchenko, especially if he gets on the ball and he can start to find his range, look for his striker, then, you know, Ukraine are going to get in here at some point. You think the worst thing Romania can do here is sit back and absorb. They're not that kind of team. They've got to stay on a bit of a front foot and keep a high line.
24 years since Romania last won a game at the Euros. It was Euro 2000. They beat England by 3-2, but in their opening game in this 2024 tournament, they have the advantage, 1-0.
The Chevrolet Silverado will take you there, wherever there is. And you'll roam further, climb higher, and grip tighter than you've ever imagined. The Chevrolet Silverado, built to take you where the trail ends, so you can go beyond.
Getting a mortgage shouldn't feel like a wild ride. Take control. Get the answers you need with TD Mortgage Direct. TD, ready for you.
The Jedi live in a dream, but an acolyte kills the dream.
Star Wars: The Acolyte. New episodes Tuesdays.
Hey, it's your gut instinct. Always one step ahead. I know what's up and who's up. So next time the game's on and it feels game-changing, bet your way with Betway.
The realm's only hope isn't a leader strong enough to unite it.
The other game in Group E today comes from Frankfurt as Belgium open their campaign against Slovakia. That one gets underway at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific here on TSN. And then later on, it's the second game of Group D action in Dusseldorf. Austria against France. Those two teams opening their campaign, having watched the Netherlands get that late win through Wout Weghorst yesterday in the opening game of the group against Poland.
The first electric Mustang has huge shoes to fill. Because after 60 years of thrill chasing, track racing, and hair raising, you start to get a bit of a reputation for stirring things up. The only EV that's a Mustang.
Moisture enters your basement through porous concrete walls and floors. DMX One Step 2.0 creates an air gap under your floors, allowing the moisture to evaporate. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold.
Look at you, an absolute legend. Not you, Frank. You, Mr. Electrician. You use QuickBooks to fuse all your business finances together in one place. That's how you business differently.
When it comes to the beautiful game, you're on one of two sides, soccer or football. Whatever you call it, you can bet on it at North Star Bets. Your home for soccer or football betting.
This summer on CTV, champions will rise, dreams will come true. For these Canadians, it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. It's
The Amazing Race Canada. What else? Coming this summer to CTV.
On his 70th cap, Nicolae Stanciu scores his 15th international goal and gives Romania a 1-0 half-time advantage against Ukraine in Munich as we send you back to Conor McNamara and Andy Hinchliffe.
The return of the respective lineouts out onto the field in Munich ahead of the second half of this game at Euro 2024. Romania, who took the punches, absorbed the pressure in the first half, but then gleefully struck with a well-taken goal from outside the penalty area by Nicolae Stanciu. It means that in this Group 8 of the tournament, only 2 matches now have not featured a goal struck from outside the box. It's only the second time that Romania have ever led at half-time in a game at the European Championships.
Yeah, Romania, their game plan in the first half from Iordanescu, absolutely outstanding. I don't expect that to change in the second half. Why would it? They're a goal to the good, but for Ukraine, it's just got to be a little bit sharper, be a bit more effective with the possession that they have. Might they change their personnel around? I'm sure Rebrov will look for maybe 15-20 minutes and possibly make attacking changes.
It is a game that has summed up the colour and vibrancy of the tournament. Particularly those closing stages of the first half were played at a very high tempo. Can this game pick up in that same manner? Romania leading Ukraine by a goal to nil, and certainly the Ukrainians will not want to concede a second. The way Romania are defending, a 2-goal deficit would be incredibly difficult to narrow. No changes in personnel over half-time.
Yeah, Romania are defending very well, but also that willingness to get forward when possible. Not too much possession, but they are committing bodies forward when they have the ball.
Romania beginning the second half with a pep in their step. Stanciu just trying to get a bit of whip. Coleman's shot, unable to find that bottom corner.
Yeah, he just doesn't wrap his instep around it enough. The move is good, just drops his shoulder, creates a bit of space, but he just doesn't wrap his foot around it, doesn't move it back towards the target.
Ukraine started the game well. Currently, it is Romania who are on top. having been frustrated by Andrew Ratsiu in the first half. It looks like Kolo Mudrik's trying to creep a little bit more infield at the start of the second period. We'll keep our eye on that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Ratsiu actually goes into midfield with him or whether he passes him on to one of his midfield teammates.
Ukraine may well look to Alexander Zinchenko to provide more width now with Mudryk in field. Good ball played in by Konoplaya, but too high for Dobbik. The service towards Artem Dobbik could be better from Ukraine. Stepanenko. Shaporenko back to Zabani. What will hurt Ukraine especially is that it was a defensive error that led to the Romania goal. It's a good idea from Matvienko, but the execution too far in front of Sudakov.
Yeah, the attacking quality from Ukraine has to improve because it's a mass defence from Romania, well organised. There's not a lot of space in between the Romanian players. So Rebrov's team really have to be really sharp and provide quality with their passing, with their crossing, with their attempts on target. The first half, they didn't have a shot on target. That clearly it has to change with the amount of possession that they will surely have in the second half.
Yes, there were 6 attempts by Ukraine, but none of them on target. Zinchenko. Mudryk. Up against Ratsiu. It's been one of the great contests of the game so far. Mudryk's delivery. Too close to Gushin. Ukraine tried to re-establish some tempo and fluidity. Zabani. That's picked up Sudakov. Dobbik in the middle. Too many defenders around him again. And that will be a free to Romania for a foul on Denis Dragush. Zabani. Certainly Romanian supporters thought they were going to get a free kick there. This is Sudakov again. Zinchenko. Good turn, Stepanenko. One of the Romanian players has gone down to the edge of the penalty area. Play continuing around him. It's not a head injury. The referee doesn't have to stop play. Sudakov. Well, he steadied himself and he did get the bend, but it was always too high from Georges Sudakov.
The second half really following the pattern of the first. It's Dragushu seems to get a whack in the ribs, just a stray arm catches him. If there's anything too sinister in that, just gets caught there. Eventually he gets up, he's okay, but Ukraine again lots of the ball all across the face of that Romanian defence, and the shot from distance was from Sudakov was wildly optimistic. They've got to back themselves, be braver in possession.
Ukraine still in search of a second wind in this game. Ratsiu. That's a very smart turn by the impressive Denis Man. Disappointment for Razvan Marin, unable to return the pass.
Yeah, it's brilliant from Mali, actually. The gestures as if he's going to lay that ball back to Ratsiu. Zinchenko falls for it, then he just rolls the ball back with his studs and he's away.
Denis Man again nipping in. Marin. Delivery too close to the first defender.
The problems for Ukraine again, a defensive mistake. Stepanenko giving the ball away cheaply.
Such has been the passage of the game so far. Romania just visibly growing in stature all the time. Dragush with confidence. Stanciu. Marin's been caught in possession. Sudakov with Dobbik ahead of him. Sudakov might want to take it on himself. They again, it's tigerish defending from Romania to keep Ukraine at bay. Shchenkov blocked by Ratsiu for a corner.
Sudakov did well to win the ball back initially from Marin, then he broke forward. Marin is looking actually to foul him, to take him down. He doesn't manage to do that, but he had no support there, Sudakov, as he broke forward. It was only Dovbyk and he couldn't find him with the pass.
Denis Dragic has gone back to help out the Romanian defence. Mudryk plays it deep to Zinchenko. Onside, Mykhailo Mudryk. This is better from him, but Razvan Marin was able to get his body in the way.
Mudryk has to make his mind up a bit quicker, take one touch and add a cross, it'll shoot. Once you take 2 or 3 and you run infield, you're running into yellow shirts and the opportunity's gone.
Mykhailo Mudryk, who's only scored 2 international goals in his career for Ukraine so far. The game has been played at the moment really suits Romania. The counter-attacking opportunities. Ratsiu, Denis Man, trying to get the angle for a shot. Good work by Shaparenko, but then it's followed in. What a superb strike that was! To the back of the net by Razvan Marin. Romania doubled their lead, and make no mistake, Ukraine are in deep trouble now.
Well, it's another stunning strike. Possibly the goalkeeper is unsighted, but the opportunity to break forward comes from Draguš. Brilliant, strong centre-forward play. He secures the ball deep in his own half, turns and runs. He gets to the halfway line, he gets fouled. He probably actually doesn't see the ball hit the back of the net, but he's done all the hard work. He's got his team moving forward. Ratsiu has stepped forward with his pace from full-back. But this is brilliant from Draguš. Holding the ball and holding defenders at bay. He gets fouled, but Romania are moving forward. Their full-back has stepped forward. It looked like the chance had gone. They'd run into traffic, but when it breaks, Marin puts his laces through it. There's power, there's accuracy, very similar to Stanciu. A bit further out, but the important thing is hit the target. The goalkeeper, I think, is maybe slightly unsighted. Still should do better. He does get across to the ball. It goes underneath him. Poor goalkeeping, but it's dreamland for Romania.
The shot clocked at a speed of exactly 100 kilometers per hour at its peak. And in the afternoon heat in Munich, Ukraine are fading and wilting amidst this irrepressible Romanian performance. And how they have grown from a slow start to the game to be thoroughly dominant Romania at the moment.
And Lunin is having an absolute nightmare. His mistake with his clearance for the first goal, and then he should do better. Yes, it's a powerful strike, plenty of pace on it, but he sees it all the way and he just mistimes his dive. It's poor.
What do Ukraine do now? Konoplaya. Stepanenko. Matvienko to Zinchenko. 3 blue shirts in the centre, but that is too close to Florian Nietzsche.
I mentioned in the early part of the game the importance of Marius Marin to the Romanian game plan, and because he sits deep, that means that Razvan Marin and Stanciu can step forward into attacking positions. Both those players have scored.
Nietzsche's clearance towards Denis Man. Stepanenko's header. Dragush. Stepanenko off his shoulder, no handball. Energetic high press from Romania, and it's clearly rattling Ukraine. Stanciu. Ratsiu. Burka. Draguš just dropping a shoulder, creating a little bit of space. Mudryk has lost it. Stanciu looking for a third for Romania. Zabani with the block. Here's Denis Man. Lucian! Oh, he put the races through that. Andre Razio, and Lunin makes his most impressive save of the game.
That's a sharp save from this position. You probably expect Razio to go across goal. Actually goes towards that near post, goes for pure power. Tries to beat the goalkeeper with the power of the strike. Keeper's positioning is good. His reactions are excellent. That has kept Ukraine in the game.
Corner's been taken quickly. Statue, Dennis Mann, trying to run it in. Romania celebrate again. The last touch came off Denis Draguš, but it was set up by the invention of Dennis Mann. Romania's impressive day has just got even better.
Yeah, good has got better. This is extraordinary. Tears from the Romanian fans, understandably so, because they're just running riot here. They just go to sleep Ukraine from the corner. And Draguš, he has worked so hard for the team. Hopefully this goal stands. There's a check on it, as there always is. But he deserves a goal. He has been outstanding.
There was a little step backwards by Draguš just before the ball came in towards him, and there, he'll hope that plays him onside.
I think it's Dobbik as well. I think maybe the left foot of Dobbik. Does that play him up? We'll see. But Draguš has been absolutely outstanding. His work rate, his hold-up play, unselfishness, he deserves a goal.
Video assistant referee is Rob Diaberik of the Netherlands. The goal stands. Romania 2 have a 3-goal lead in Munich with still over half an hour of this game to go.
And Draguš just holds his run enough to stay onside. If he'd stepped forward his left foot a bit earlier, anticipating the ball coming his way, he would have been off. He's had an incredible game.
Anguish etched on the Ukrainian players' faces. This is becoming a tough afternoon for Sergei Rebrov's team. Zabanya.
Well, it was half an hour before Stanchu opened the scoring for Romania, and Ukraine were in control, nearly 70% possession, but they weren't really laying a glove on Romania, weren't creating opportunities, and they have been made to pay. They've been ineffective, whereas Romania incredibly effective with the little possession they've had.
Andriy Shevchenko looking on. Legendary Ukrainian striker of the past. Misplaced pass by Alexander Zinchenko, one of Ukraine's most experienced players on the pitch. Just sums up the disarray that the team in blue now find themselves in. There were just 4 minutes between Razvan Marin's goal and Denis Draguš's goal for 2 and then 3-0.
As soon as it went 2-0, it looks as if the stuffing had been knocked out of Ukraine. They went to sleep from the corner. It was too easy for Man to run the ball into the box, pick out Draguš, make it 3. You have to try and stay in the game at 2-0 down, and Ukraine didn't.
Denis Draguš, scorer of Romania's 3rd goal, may be in need of some treatment here. It was a slip. There's no opponent involved, but sometimes those can be the most dangerous in terms of injury, and he twisted his leg in a way that his hip didn't really want to move there. Romania preparing the introduction of some fresh legs, and that is a famous name in Romanian football getting ready to come on. Hagi, Yanis Hagi, son of the legend Georgi Hagi.
I'm not surprised that Draguš actually slipped there, because watching the players in the warm-up, a few of them were losing their footing.
In fact, both teams are now preparing substitutes down in the technical area. An hour played in Munich. What a day this is turning out to be for Romania. Sudakov, very well dealt with by Draguš.
Of course, the Romanian goal scorers are going to take all the glory, but as we saw there, Dragusin, Burka at the back for Romania. The centre halves have been absolutely outstanding. Nothing has got past them.
There will be no let-up from Ukraine. We know how proud they are. They will continue the pursuit of a way back into this game all the way. Konoplaya unable to track the progress of the ball in the air, and it is more frustration for Ukraine. So Yanis Hadji coming on, and Valentin Mihaila as well, who plays his club football in Italy with Parma. So Florian Koeman will be one of those who makes way. And so too Dennis Mann, who was so influential in the build-up to that third goal. It's going to be a triple change for Ukraine. Yanis Hadji there, who plays in Spain these days on loan from his parent club Rangers in Scotland. There is Mihaila, 22nd international cap for him. Coming on for Ukraine, Vladimir Brashko, 5th cap for the Dynamo Kiev midfielder. Work done for today by Mykola Shaporenko. Popular introduction of Andrei Yarmolenko for Ukraine. He takes over the captain's armband. It is a 120th cap for Andrei Yarmolenko. So Stepanenko, Shaporenko and Shigankov, the three who went off for Ukraine there. Sabinski, Zinchenko. Work rate has been so impressive for Romania. They are leaving no gaps for Ukraine to exploit.
It's been a tactical masterclass from Iordanescu. Of course, you can have a plan. Players have got to put it into practice, and they have, to a man and as a team, done it brilliantly.
Matvienko, Zinchenko. Questions from the Romanian supporters as Ukraine get a passage of possession.
With Yaremchuk coming on, they're now playing with the front two, so Sudakov's going to have to play as more of a disciplined central midfielder rather than a number 10. He's actually caught, I think Dragush just stands on his ankle there. It is a free kick.
Sudakov, who really stood out at last summer's Under-21 European Championship. He was the top scorer in that tournament. Ukraine reached the semi-finals. Big step up, though, to the senior stage here at Euro 2024. There is still time for Ukraine, but they need to get on with it. Mudryk to take. Plenty spin on the delivery, and it's set up for Yarmolenko. First chance for Andrei Yarmolenko since his introduction. He's got 46 international goals in the past, and immediately they've got him into the thick of the action.
It's probably the first mistake that Burka has made. It's a poor defensive header, just keeps it alive, heads it back into a central area. You shouldn't be doing that. They're lucky to escape.
Can that triple substitution for Ukraine help them turn the tide here? Banku. It's delivered too high for Yanis Hadji. Well, they were hoping it would be a day of joy. Did these Romanian fans ever think that their team would put in this sort of comprehensive performance?
Well, 65 minutes gone. Ukraine have had twice as much possession as Romania, yet a 3-0 down. That is what you call effective football from Iordanescu's team.
Romania currently 46th in FIFA's world rankings. Ukraine well ahead of them, 22nd. But on this pitch at Munich, Romania so far have been head and shoulders against their opponents. Foul on Brashko. Sudakov keen to get on with it quickly. This is Mudryk. Yarmolenko. He scored a lot of goals in Spain with Valencia this past season. Bashko. Zabani. Ukraine might as well go for it now. Yaramchuk. Dealt with by the impressive Burka. Down he goes, free kick to Romania.
Yeah, once again, possession for Ukraine all across the face of that Romanian defence and just going nowhere.
This was Stanis Draguš, scorer of Romania's third goal. It really was tight as to whether he was onside.
You actually see initially he's in an offside position. He has the intelligence to step back. If he hadn't have done that and it stood still, he would have been offside. He steps forward, steps back, and that's why it counts.
And just to explain that graphic, although it looks like his hand is in an offside position, it only counts with parts of your body that you can score with. So it doesn't matter if the hand is stretching away. It's from the armpit down. The game has been played in a very good spirit today, but a yellow card shown by the Swedish referee Glenn Nyberg here. Joachim Konoplaya is shown a yellow card in his 15th international appearance.
Would it be the starting 11 for Romania or the subs that have come on like Mihaila there? Their attitude has been incredible. Every time they've got on the ball, they've looked to get forward. They were doing that at 0-0. Understandable at 3-0, but 0-0 they were still doing these things. They're getting the basics right.
Hadji and Stenchu, the two standing over this set piece. Stenchu, and it's the side netting. And for a brief moment there were cheers from Romanian fans who saw the furl of the net, but it was the outside of the netting.
He's clearly trying to catch the goalkeeper out. If he steps forward, there's no one on the post. Just doesn't get his angles right with the delivery.
Still a quarter of the match to go. What a performance, what a scoreline this currently reads for Romania. Konoplaya. Great energy still on display from Romania here. Lazio. Hadji. A little drag back into trouble there from Mihaila. Valentin Mihaila, who was expected to start this game. He woke up feeling a bit unwell this morning, and that's why he was on the bench initially. Ukraine battling on with Sudakov. Straight to Ratsiu. Now Zinchenko. Down goes Mudryk. Free kick to Ukraine. Now this could well be within shooting range.
Yeah, it's a poor challenge. It's a naive challenge from Hadji because he's wrong side of his man. He feels he's done nothing wrong, but Mudryk protects the ball, and Hadji just smashes him in the back. That's not a fair challenge.
Such has been the lack of opportunities for Ukraine. They still haven't had an attempt on target. Surely someone has got to try a cracker goal here.
Yeah, whether it be right foot or left foot, do you back yourself to pick out the top corner, or do you strike the ball at the goalkeeper and hope he moves, possibly behind the wall?
Alexander Zinchenko standing on the ball. And the right-footed option is Jorge Sudakov. Huge swathes of Romanian supporters behind the goal. It is Sudakov, and the Romanian wall does its job. Corner.
Well, Dragushin is probably arguably the biggest player that Romania have, and he was in the wall, but importantly he jumped as well, and just no way the ball was going to get past him.
Temporarily 2 balls on the pitch. More frustrations to Ukraine's efforts to reduce the deficit here. That wasn't a bad delivery at all by Mudryk, but Romania deal with it. They've dealt with so much in this game. Mihaila. Dragushin. Central defender who's taken on an attacking role here, and down he goes, free kick to Romania.
I just mentioned maybe 5 minutes ago the Romanian attitude when they get the ball back. Dragushin, 3-0 up, he's a centre-half. As the ball is run back, he is sprinting 50-60 yards ahead of the player in possession. And normally that's not the case. You just stay at home as a centre-half. You protect the lead that you've got. That's not the way Romania individually, collectively, have approached this. Incredible from Dragoshin.
Will change for Ukraine. There's only one player on the field who's received a yellow card. Yukim Konoplaya will be taken off here to allow the introduction of Alexander Timchik. Timchik, who plays with Dynamo Kiev. It's an 18th cap for the 27-year-old. Hadji takes this free kick for Romania, and it is too close to Andre Lunin. At the time the stoppages are added on, there is still in excess of 20 minutes to play here. Ukraine need to offer more. Marin was shrugged off it there. It's good strong work by Sudakov. Yarmolenko sliding back again. Dragoshin, look what it means to these Romanian defenders. They are every bit as proud of their defending as the goal scorers are of their strikes down the other end.
Yeah, it's fabulous attacking play from Sudakov initially, but the positioning there of Dragoshin so important.
About to make a double change. Adrian Rus, who plays his club football in Cyprus. He only featured in 2 of Romania's qualifying games for this tournament, both as subs, and he's going to come on as a substitution here, the number 4. And there will also be fresh legs introduced to the attack. George Pushkas is about to come on as well. Ball hooked on by Brashko. This is Mudryk. Mudryk, who's been twisting and turning all day, but he's found it so difficult to find space. And on this occasion, he doesn't find Dovbyk. And another huge roar of celebration from the Romanian supporters in the stands.
The pass not quite good enough, but again, Burka, just watch his position, how he leans into Dovbyk. He's touch tight with him. There's no way that Dovbyk is going to get to that ball ahead of the centre-half. His positioning, the contact he's had with the big striker has been outstanding. Time and again, defended well without having to play the ball. That's the sign of a very good defender reading the game well.
Nikolai Stanciu, scorer of Romania's first goal today. Unable to pick his pass there. This is Zabani. Looking for the new right back, Timchik. See what they were trying to there. Then Mihaila wanted to backheel the ball to Banku, not realizing that Banku had fallen over. Can Ukraine capitalize on this opportunity? Zabani. Matvienko. Sudakov. Mudryk. Headed by Banku. This is Hadji. Last touch of Zinchenko for a Romania throw.
And again from Ukraine, pass, but just nothing at the end of it. Not a decent cross, it's not a shot on target. It's just not happened for them going forward.
So Marius Marin is going to make way. They take off a midfielder to bring on a defender. And the other change is straightforward up top. George Puskas replacing Denis Dragush. Rus will drop in as the third central defender with Dragoshin and Burka. Fresh legs to pursue opportunities up top in the frame of George Puskas, who was once on the books in Italy at Inter Milan under Roberto Mancini. First touch for Adrian Rus. Some of the party pieces coming out now amidst an increasingly confident Romanian team, and why not with this scoreline? They're offside on this occasion, but Romania have got to be so pleased with how this game has developed.
Looks like a conservative move with Rus coming on, 3 centre-halves now. At times it will be a back 5. You can understand that they're 3-0 up. The game at this moment is won, so again, it makes sense to make that defensive switch.
Timchik. Strong work from Yarmolenko. This is Sudakov. Up to his right boot. Best attempt from Ukraine in the game. It took a second touch from Nitsa to fully tame the shot, but it's a good save from the Romanian keeper.
They finally get a shot in on target, a decent one as well. Just whipping away from the goalkeeper. It's a good height for him. He's seen it all the way. He's anticipated where it's going to end up. He got a bit of good fortune. The ball doesn't slip through his fingers, but his positioning was the important thing there.
Well, Sudakov has been one of the brightest sparks in an otherwise disappointing day for Ukraine. Brashko. Sabani. Mudryk. Still trying to get the better of Andre Ratsiu. Sudakov. Does he fancy it again? That's cleverly slipped through. Yaremchuk, though, unable to pick out a teammate, and Romania survive again. Stanchu.
And just looking at where Roos is playing there, at times he's stepping into midfield to become that extra central midfielder. At times he's dropping back into the defensive line to help out when the ball gets played into the box.
Worth perusing the 3 goals that Romania have scored. This was just before the half-hour mark when Stanchu was able to pounce on a Ukrainian defensive mistake. And the fun was just beginning as Razvan Marin was to make it 2-0 and Dragush 3. A 5-star performance from Romania, their opening game in Group B. Dragush has only been able to give it to Yaremchuk here. Mudryk attempting the step over, wins the free kick. Yellow card shown to Razvan Marin. First Romanian to be booked today. To take. Well, it was a nice delivery. Yaremchuk was the nearest teammate to it, but a big guttural roar of approval from the Romanian supporters as Nitsa makes the save.
Yeah, it took a couple of touches and that took the pace off the ball. It's probably drifting past the post anyway. It's just lifted into a dangerous area. Anything could happen. There's a couple of Romanian players. It is going wide of the post, but because the pace has been taken off it, the keeper can collect it.
Nitsa had heard the referee's whistle before he handled outside the penalty area. Free kick to Romania. The Romanians who are almost there. 10 minutes plus the stoppages to go in Munich.
That's the word from the referee towards Dragoshin and Nitsa there, the 2 Romanian players, just saying, look, I know what you're doing, you're just trying to run the clock down, need to be a bit quicker with you. You're taking that free kick.
Hadji. Just played his cross behind Pushkas. Determined slide in by Adam Rus. Sudakov. Too far in front of Andre Yarmolenko. It just isn't Ukraine's day. Fourth major tournament for Andre Yarmolenko. There will still be Ukraine smiles. They're so proud to be on the international stage of this tournament, but in terms of the 80 minutes we've had on the pitch, Ukraine have been second best here today.
Yeah, take nothing away from the Romanian effort, but for Ukraine, 11 attempts, just 1 on target. Therein lies the problem. And they've not been creative enough, been clinical enough, and Romania have defended stoically.
2 games to go for Ukraine. Slovakia next. The final group match against Belgium. It won't be easy, but all not yet lost for Ukraine. They can still be an upturn in form here at Euro 2024. Matvienko. Zabani. Timchik. Yarenchuk. Again, the desire so evident from Romania as they outfox their opponents once again. Banku. Pushkas. Stanciu. Yarmolenko committing the foul. Free kick to Romania again.
He's such a difficult player to dispossess. Stanciu has that low centre of gravity, crouches over the ball at times and manipulates it so well.
Well, Yohi Sudakov has been one of the brighter sparks for Ukraine, but he is going to be taken off for the closing stages here. Sadurchuk will come on. Sadurchuk, who plays his club football in Belgium. 62nd cap for him, an experienced player, but so little time left to have any impact today. In fact, just to confirm, it's Ruslan Malinovsky who has come on for Ukraine. Here he is, first touch for the number 8. Zabani.
It's not asking much of Malinovsky, is it? Go on, 3-0 down, creative spark, turn this game around for us.
Yarmolenko. Oh, mistake by Zabani. It's been a rarity, a mistake. Central defender who's been so good in his young international career so far, but it just sums up the uncertainty that Ukrainian players are feeling at the moment. That's a bit better in the midfield from Malinovsky. Now, Mudryk, could this be his moment? He can't hit the target. The angle was tight, it fizzed high and wide.
Well, Ratsu is doing his best to put him off, but Mikhail Mudryk in this position has to be going back across goal, has to be hitting the target, whether it be near post or far post, has to do more. Again, an opportunity for Ukraine, and they don't hit the target. Mihailo got caught there, didn't it? It just seemed to be a brush over the top of his foot. Didn't look too sinister. Clearly a painful one.
Some pain being felt by Mikhailo Mudryk as well. Obviously brewing with talent, but can Ukraine find a way to get the best out of their number 10 for the remainder of this tournament? Mikhailo will briefly leave the field here. They'll hope he'll be back on in just a moment. Amid scenes of great patriotic pride from Romania on the international stage, they have shown the best of themselves today. There is going to be a big Romanian party in Munich this evening.
Yeah, this is a scoreline that might surprise a lot of the footballing public, but there's no accident, there's no good fortune, no good luck. This has been by design from Jordanescu. The game plan's been outstanding. The players have carried it out to perfection.
Malinovsky's header straight to Marin. Here is Zinchenko. Bouncing atmosphere inside the Munich arena now. Romanian celebrations already in full flow. Be a standing ovation here for the departure of Nicolas Stanciu, whose goal really turned the tide. Romania have been under pressure before this moment of brilliance that saw them take the lead, and they've never looked back since.
Yeah, it's all-round game, absolutely outstanding, leading by example, but this is all about control, about power, about composure. It was a stunning opening goal.
3 goals in a qualifying campaign, up and running here in Germany. can't and why not? Nicolae Stanciu on his 71st cap. National hero for all of Romania today.
Yeah, to captain a team to a win like this is something special, but to score a goal like that as well, for an individual, it simply doesn't get any better.
Bogdan Rakovičian will come on as his replacement for the closing stages. Just a third cap. Midfielder off, defender on, as Romania look to shut the door. Malinovsky. Zinchenko. Malinovsky. Dovbyk, who they've not been able to get him into the game at all, not sufficiently today.
Maybe the first 15-20 minutes he was lively, but since then he's struggled to get any quality possession. And it's there, ball played up to him, just bounces off him, it's too easy. But Stanciu, what a performance from him, what a performance from Romania. All told, as a team, just one of the best we've seen so far.
Long build-up to the tournament since Euro 2024 started on Friday. Romania have been itching to show the world what they can do. And there's always nerves coming into the opening match. How will things settle? Will a team be able to find its groove? And how Romania have comfortably eased into their campaign in this Group E so far. Other tests to come, but Romania have dealt so admirably with everything thrown at them today. Rashko. Matvienko to Zinchenko. And a touch that may not have been quite necessary there from Mihaila. He didn't want to take any chances. He has given Ukraine a corner.
There's presumably just a lack of communication there, because he could have left it, didn't get a shout, so didn't know what was over his shoulder, so did the safest thing, put it out of play.
Seconds of the 90 minutes remain. Malinovsky's in swinger, and almost an own goal. It came off the top of the head of Puskás.
Such a dangerous ball in, flat, pacey. It's there to be attacked. It's a difficult one to defend as well. He's actually facing his own goal there. Puskás, and he's very fortunate, helps it on its way.
Mudrik's going to take this one. Not enough height to beat the first defender, Razvan Marin's clearance.
If you look at Romania in qualifying, they had 9 different goal scorers. They never relied on a centre-forward to score all their goals. Stanciu was the highest scorer with 3. And that's been evident in today's game. 2 midfielders have come up with goals.
Tymczyk drives on for Ukraine. Throw in, though, has been given to Romania, such as the Ukrainian frustrations late on. They tried to take it themselves. Taken away from him by Zinchenko. Yaremchuk. Malinovsky. Mudryk. Too close to the goalkeeper again. And no matter what Ukraine throw at Romania today, this Romanian defence has just absorbed it.
He's running out of pitch. He does as well as he can, just lofting the ball back into the box. It's catching practice for the goalkeeper, but just defensively as a team, Romania have been absolutely outstanding. Then they've had individuals who come up with moments of brilliance, so that combination is why they've won the game.
3 goals in front. Romania have 4 minutes here. Yarmolenko unable to turn the tide since his introduction as a substitution. It's Nikusha Banku who's slow to get back to his feet after that.
I think he got trodden on by his own player. I think it was Burka. He's an aggressive defender. He's even tackling his own teammates now.
Malinovsky. Zinchenko. Zabani. Yaremchuk trying to hook it, and they've hit the top of the bar. Well, it may not have made much difference in the overall outcome of the result here, but it just shows the pride in this Ukraine team. They know it's not going their way, but they've never stopped plugging away in this game.
It's the first time that Burke has been caught out ball watching there. Yaremchuk getting in behind him. He's unlucky, really unlucky. Trying to lob over the keeper, but it's late in the day with the centre-half just going to sleep there, allowing the centre-forward in, and they can't even get a consolation, Ukraine.
Header won by Brashko. Good energy again. Yaremchuk. Brashko can't control it, and even the rudimentary parts of the game are proving difficult for Ukraine now. Commitment's not been the problem for Sergei Rebrov's team, but this is a bruising scoreline which is going to take quite a bit of work now in the training camp to raise spirits again ahead of the match against Slovenia in 5 days' time.
Yeah, 0-0. It was really a game they were in control of without creating a lot of chances, but that Stanciu goal really rocked them, and from that point they never really recovered.
Malinovsky. Romania have taken off so many of their attacking players in favour of defensive reinforcements. Just happy to sit deep now. We have almost played 3 of the 4 minutes being added on. Yarmolenko. Brashko. Malinovsky. Yarmolenko's touch. Too intricate from Ukraine. Mudryk. It's a million miles down here. It bounces awkwardly in front of Nietzsche, and the goalkeeper lets his chest do the work.
And the important thing is Nietzsche's actually behind the shot. He doesn't back himself to catch it, so he just gets in the way of it.
Well, much will be discussed about Ukraine's performance today, but it is a day of which Romania will be claiming the headlines. An uninspiring build-up for the tournament, but we said it right at the start of the day. Were Romania keeping their best for when it really matters? Will this scoreline now make others sit up and take notice of what this Romanian team may be about to do throughout the tournament?
It's one of the best performances we've seen so far. Outstanding.
The referee blows the final whistle on a day of yellow in Munich. It is the Romanian flag which will be flown most proudly. Smiles all around for a comprehensive performance. They've been able to gel and mould a combination of toughest-teak defending and then very silky skills in attack too. The goals when they came were emphatic and very well taken. And it is going to be intriguing to watch the progress of this Romanian team, now emboldened with confidence to see what they can go on to achieve in the coming weeks here in Germany. The first Euro 2024 game of the day has been a one-sided affair. It will take some work for Ukraine to pick themselves up from this. 2 games to go, already a difficult tournament for Ukraine. But it's Romania's day. They've beaten the Ukrainians by 3-0.
Just a second ever win at the Euros for Romania, the first in 24 years, and thoroughly deserved, Stevie.
Thoroughly deserved. It was good to watch, wasn't it? You see them celebrating with their fans. They deserve this moment. They put everything into the game, and probably when they went to bed last night, as they dreamed it up as a team, the style that they like to play, high press and a lot of energy, you know, they probably dreamt that it would go like this, and you see the emotion coming out, some of the players there, just brilliant stuff. They were awesome, they were terrific. Everything that they did today, Kevin, was positive and determined and totally under control throughout, I thought.
It was exactly that way, controlled, picking the moments when to go on the press. Stanciu's first goal set them up, Stevie, as well.
Dreamed it up as a team, the style that they like to play, high press and a lot of energy. You know, they probably dreamt that it would go like this, and you see the emotion coming out. Some of the players there, just brilliant stuff. They were awesome. They were terrific. Everything that they did today, Kevin, was positive and determined and totally under control throughout, I thought.
It was exactly that way, controlled, picking the moments when to go on the press. Stanciu's first goal set them up, Stevie, as well, wasn't it? But it was the support cast around him as well in the front line, and how they implemented the presses and how they actually got the chances in the game. It was excellent to watch. I mean, I'm old enough to remember the teams from 90 and 94, what are considered the great Romanian sides, and it's been a dry spell for Romania at international level. They've not had a lot of success. Is this the start of it in this tournament? Could this be the start of something very special for them in the tournament, to score 3 goals against a good Ukraine side? That's the thing you're looking at. So there's goals, there's a defensive solidity within the side. They look like they've got a decent goalkeeper as well. So there's a lot to be positive about with Romania.
Like a club side, wasn't it? You know, no real stars, no real egos, it seems. Everyone's pulling together in the same direction. Full back there with the coloured hair.
You know, you look at that club, when you create a club mentality, look at the interaction with the staff members and the players. That's a sign, isn't it? When you see that, you realise the understanding and the relationship that everybody has, because for Romania to progress, it has to be that way. We spoke about so many teams in this tournament coming in, Stevie, that it's got to be about the collective. If you don't have the individual superstar, talented player, it's got to be about the collective approach in every game.
And we've saw some of the lesser teams so far freeze a little bit in this stage, Luke, but not these guys. They played to their full potential, and they deserve to celebrate.
Maybe not such a big surprise given their qualifying campaign. When they actually finished above Switzerland in qualifying, they went unbeaten in their group. You talked about their defensive solidity, Kev, giving up just 5 goals in 10 games, and Romania are off to a winning start in the opening game of the day in Munich in Group E. The second game of the day, just over an hour from now, is the other game from Group E in Frankfurt. It's Belgium and Slovakia.
The UEFA Euro 2024 on TSN is presented by Ford. Built Ford proud.
How you choose to power up is up to you. But if you want the horizon chasing, rubber burning, dream building, adrenaline pumping power to do, Ford is your starting line. Gas, hybrid, or all electric, the power is yours.
We know that the remarkable happens when East meets West. It comes alive in our shared love of sport, in our dedication to craftsmanship, our desire to create. And right here, Sapporo, where Japanese artistry meets Western tradition, you too can discover the remarkable where East meets West.
Sometimes the difference between a summer road trip and the road trip of the summer is an ice-cold drink from McDonald's. Like a small McCafe iced coffee or a refreshing Coca-Cola for $1 plus tax. Step up your summer today.
Moisture enters your basement through porous concrete walls and floors. DMX One Step 2.0 creates an air gap under your floors, allowing the moisture to evaporate. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold.